I did make a video as I was walking, and I was with my dog, and I was talking about why you should stay. Sometimes you got to stay away from certain people and certain individuals when you are being promoted, and or when you're going through something and when you're trying to break forth something. Um, what I have learned through God's time with me, um, yeah, what I've learned during this process and during this journey is that, excuse me, that God will give you enough energy to push things through. The enemy knows that. God will supply you with everything that you want and that you, especially that you need. Everything that he wants you to do, he's going to supply you with that. And whether it's energy, I've had times when I had to work 20 hours a day for 7 days a week, and God has given me that energy to push forward and to keep going and to do my homework or to create an idea. So he will do that. I've seen that from personal experience. What I also seen is that the enemy, meaning that the powers that be, will also understand that, and they're gonna see. This might be too deep for certain people, but it's gonna help a lot of people who are trying to do some things, because it frightened me at first when this happened, and I was just like, oh my God. But the enemy will see that, and he will direct people. People will see you magnifying spiritually, not just physically. It'll show out physical, it'll start showing the physical is the end result, the outside part. But spiritually, they will see you getting stronger. And people gravitate to that. They might not know why they're coming across to you. You might not even know if you're not aware and you're not trained and you don't have, a lot of these lessons. You probably won't know. But you will see people gravitate and come towards you, and they will ask you for things, stuff like that. You have to be careful. You'll get more phone calls than usual. I didn't understand this until, I want to say, the real hit was last year when I won the national title for All American. Is that I didn't really tell anyone what I was doing, what I was going about. I didn't tell anyone. I just went and did it, had fun. And but before that and after that, once I got that, and I was in the papers and things like that, um and before these people knew that I was there, because they were in different parts of the world, people were calling me out of the blue. Like, it just gave them more attention, more time. Oh, I gotta, I need to talk to this person. This person has been on my mind. Things like that. You're going to get that, okay? And you have to understand, even though you might be yearning for it, because I used to yearn for it because you're so used to having it. I'm sliding back because I got this lawn chair behind me. I decided to do my work outside because I needed to have more clarity. And so you um you can feel like, for once, because this was happening to me during my isolation period. I was just coming out of an isolation period, going back out into view, and right before I was getting pulled back into another isolation period. And so when you're going through an isolation period, you start feeling like, dang, I can't be around, this and that. You start feeling it, okay? You're human. You're gonna feel it, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you keep going. So yeah, when this happened and I started getting back in public, right before I started getting back in public view, I would have so many people just call. I was thinking of you. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to do that. Now, it might sound good because now people are recognizing you, but you got to ask yourself, what was your goal? What were you trying to do in that moment? Were you trying to get something done? Were you trying to achieve something? Because the enemy is very slick. The enemy knows your desires. He knows what you want, okay? I talked about my weight loss the same way. Like, okay, as soon as you get to that good part, and you get into a groove, people start offering you things even more. That's the same thing with attention. Okay. See? People weren't even going this way, but now all of a sudden they come this way. They were way back there. That's another thing you're going to start seeing. People are going to come around. They're going to be in your space. They're going to be gravitated to you because, you are permeating. You are showing light. What you have to understand is how to be able to handle the light. How to be able to handle the light. You have to stay focused. You have to have your blinders on. You got to be just like a horse riding, taking over a carriage. You got to be a horse pulling a carriage straight forward, blinders straight forward, because you can easily get distracted over something that is temporal, something that is very temporary when you're trying to get something accomplished that is far greater than what is being shown to you. I won't say what other people are trying to push off to you, because it's not always other people. Sometimes it's just the enemy seeing that you're going into a different phase, you're going into a different platform, and that you're elevating, and that the only way to bring you down is to bring you into comfort. That's one of your patterns, one of your triggers. So yeah, stay away. If that means you can't answer the phone right now, me recording this video, I had to get away from other people to do that. Me losing weight, I had to get away from the comment. I had to get away from all the snacks, all the people who would promote that, or people who say, "Oh, that's okay." They might sound like they're helpful. "Oh, that's okay. You really don't need to lose weight. You look fine right now anyway. You're kind of thin anyway." So, and while that might be true, that's not what the goal that you're trying to get. You got to remember what your goals are and stick to them. So, yeah. And a lot of people will have that resentment because you are driven. And you are focused, and you're not focused on them, meaning what they say. I'm a person I listen to most of the time. Sometimes I do try to slow down and take other people's advice, but I've also learned that during this time in my life, a lot of people don't want to see you grow. They know that you have it in you to succeed. They don't want to see you grow. There are other times when you do need to listen, and people have sound advice, and that's what I want to have. But ultimately, you have to understand that a goal that was given to you by God, or a dream that was given to you by God, does not always take the validation, or well, it never takes the validation or the approval of others, but it doesn't always take someone helping you, or the person that you think that's going to help you, even if they are wise, because God didn't give it to them. He gave it to you. And it's the qualities that he put inside of you that you need to develop in order for it to grow. So this is why you should stay away. Another thing is that I told you guys earlier how I felt, and I felt the negative energy of when I didn't want to do what other people wanted me to do. Let's go out and go eat. No, I can't right now. I got to go focus and do this, but thank you so much. Why can't you do this? Because I can't I need to do this. When people start questioning why, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They're not taking no for an answer. And then you stay firm in it because they're so used to you saying, well, okay, well, maybe just this. And because I'm a negotiator, I love to negotiate, sometimes, okay, well, maybe if I do this time, it's going to help me. But sometimes it does require things require a solid no. And when I say a solid no, I mean a solid, definite no. And that's non-negotiable. Think about people who are manipulative. You could tell them, or someone who is, and we talk about people who are narcissists and things like that. Think about a person who is very narcissistic, and they want to get their way, and they have an objective in mind, and they want something, okay? They never take no for an answer. They're going to triangulate. They're going to do whatever it takes to get to their end goal. Now, although that's horrible, because you don't want to manipulate people, you don't want to do anything like that, but being a child of God and being someone who wants to fulfill your goals, You have to learn what they have. You have to master what they have already learned. All they did was take biblical principles and flip them around to their personal gain. So you know what? You need to do the same thing. Be straight. Your no means no. Your yes means yes. You have to say no, and you have to be definite and strict to it, because you know what your outcome is. Okay? 2 plus 2 is 4 every day. No matter how many times people want to say, if they say 2 plus 2 is 5, they want to say you didn't get it right, you didn't explain the question right. You know, I told y'all about a thing about that when I used to, when I went to school for education, for elementary education, and how the teacher marked the kids' grade wrong because he couldn't explain it in the terms that she really wanted him to explain what 2 plus 2 was. But the kid who got the answer at the end wrong, saying 2 plus 2 was 5, ended up getting better credit because he was able to explain his procedure. And it just baffled me at that time. But the, uh-oh. Okay, now we got more people so coming around. This is what I'm telling you. You're going to feel that energy. It's going to be a different energy flow. And so, anyhow, okay, so with that, the kid was just like baffled. He was just like, I can't believe that. But at the end of the day, he was still right. He didn't let that get to him. I told you guys that I had seen him a couple of years ago, has his own business, and is doing quite well for himself. Now, I don't know how the other child is. I hope, things got different, but this is the mind and the psyche that you really have to have. You have to have that. Like, I know what is right. I don't care what you think. I know what I want to achieve. You have what you want to achieve, so you need to go that way. But I'm not going to let anyone or anything stop me from what I am trying to do in my life, come hell or high water. Like, that's how you have to be. It will help you to become happier, because there will people who will project on you. People will lie and try to scheme on you. They will try to make you feel like you're less than when they can't, after they found out they can't compete with you, after they find out that you have, you are a determined person, you can't be stopped. They're going to try to make you feel like you're less than. They're going to try to exclude you out of things. Get ready for that. Get ready for that. But when you've already backed away, the next thing they're going to do is try to scatter your name. They want to try to knock you down. They're going to try to say, you act like you're too good, even though they were the same people who were pushing you away at the beginning. And now you got enough energy, you got enough confidence and enough sense to back yourself off and focus on yourself. This is when you start seeing these people roaring and acting all crazy. You're going to start seeing that. You're going to start seeing them do that. But for you, it's not going to matter, because you're going to start seeing those goals. When you see those goals being manifest, when you see those results come out, it's nothing else to be said. Excuse me, y'all. I need to eat my salad, though. But there's nothing else to be said. Your results speak volumes. Your results speak volumes. After I had made the video about staying away, the first part, I went up and I put my dog away, gave her something to eat, put her tablet on, because she loved to watch her little tablet with her little dog shows and chill on out. And I was like, I got to go out and, cop me a squad out here so I can do my homework, so I can feel, some comfortable energy, because I'm going to be honest, y'all. I've been having some heck of warfare, okay? And God has been revealing a lot of things to me, so, and how to maneuver and how to pray and when to pray and what to do. So I was dealing with that. As I was going out, I saw another individual. I saw a lady, and she had, she was struggling with her items. And I'm like, let me go open the door for her, Nobody else was helping her. I saw another person that was in my building kind of turned the other way, and I was like, I know how that feels, okay? I know how that feels, okay? Because, hey, I live in Indiana, so Yeah. Any old hoop. And it's not like Northwest West mix and all that other. I live in Indiana. What people think Indiana is, I live in that part. And so, I let her in, and I'm talking to her, and just encouraging her. She was just saying stuff, and I don't know why. Well, I know that was God, and I was just encouraging her and saying nice things. Didn't think anything was gonna add up to it. And this lady starts coming out saying, "Oh, I'm the editor of this," telling me where she worked at and how she was going to. Now more people are sitting down. How she was going to help me in my development. And so I say that to say that staying away from people who are not going into the path that you're trying to go into will help you a lot. It's going to help you from a lot of heartache. It's not going to make you feel like you're double-minded because you're trying to bring people who don't want to go on this journey with you. Some people are okay with how they were doing before. And the reason why y'all cope and y'all click together is because you were okay with that. You might have knew that. I know that for me, even with my whole weight thing, I knew that I wasn't going to stay that way for long, but I was still feeling a little sad. I had to process a lot of things. I experienced a lot of difficult things. So I knew that. But some people understand that some people are not going to be ready to go in that process with you. And most people are not even developed into understanding that when a process comes and somebody has to go through they're going through their process, doesn't mean that they automatically have to go on that process to be friends, but they don't have to be against it either. A lot of people will try to knock down your progress because they haven't taken the time. They've heard the call from God and things like that, and they didn't take the opportunity. They feel like all hope is lost, and they see you doing it, and they're like, oh, their opportunity is gone, not understanding that one of the reasons God might put them around you is to open them up to do something different or to follow their path. And so yeah, it is better to stay away, and you save your energy, that energy that God gives you, and you have so much abundant energy that people will take knowledge too. You don't waste it on frivolous things, because people will wear you down with extra problems, unnecessary nonsense, drama-filled relationships that they didn't take the time to maneuver or find out or verify or anything like that. So yeah, sometimes it's better to stay away. As I'm saying this, I can understand some of the process that I had when people stayed away from me because of not just me, because of some of the things that I wasn't growing up and doing and maturing, but a lot of the people that I was associating myself and connecting myself to. Okay, it doesn't always mean about the land, that plane about the land. It doesn't always mean that you're a toxic person. You could be a person that is very healthy, but what you're connecting yourself and what you're associating yourself can damper and bring down something else. So someone who's supposed to be elevating you and helping you cannot do that because that toxicity is right there in your face. So yeah, stay away. I'm going to get off of here because I need to do my homework. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem and have a good night.